watched it! So we finished watching Sairat
And you tell me, you go first.
okay, I would say it was a good film.
I would say it was a good film too. It was long, but you feel like why so long? Then it makes sense why it's long. It has to be long in order to look very realistic, and it was very realistic film.
Oh yeah, it was very realistic in the sense that there were more actions than dialogue. There were a lot of times,
especially towards like a second half.
Exactly. There's a lot of times where you're just watching and you're seeing what they're doing when they're stuck in like certain like situations.
So this movie was requested by a lot of our subscribers, and they told us do watch this movie. It's really good, and surprisingly it was really good film. And we did a little research. We did find out it was the first Marathi film that crossed 100 crores.
Oh wow.
That's very good, like for this kind of movie to do this well, and I think it's very well deserved.
Going back to the story, it's about young love. You have a girl by the name of Archie who's like upper class, and then you have Pasha, yes, who's like a lower class. He has his friends that are always alongside with him, like supporting him in like everything that he does. So in the first half of the film, he's in love with Archie. He sees her like, you know, all the time. I think they went to the same college, or did he see her in school?
I think they were in the same school.
Same school.
I think the reason he like was attracted towards her, she was very like not bossy, she was very strong.
She was very strong.
Very strong.
She was very tough, and that's one thing that they showed in the film is that her character, she was just
very
like badass, like talking back and like different from how the other girls were. So I think that's what made him like fall in love with her. So soon after, they fall in love, but then the parents find out, and that's where the like huge like chaos happens, and their love is not acceptable. I feel like in the film, the dad tells Archie's brother Prince to like, like to find him and to kill him. I feel like.
I think in the second half of the movie, the whole family was looking for them, and I think they kind of gave up. They were kind of, we don't care.
Right.
And here there was Archie and Parsha. They were in Hyderabad. They started their own life. They started working.
Right.
They started like being in love with each other, and they had this help of this one lady who really helped them out.
And she lived in the slums. So here's a lady who lived in the slums who really helped, them out because they ran away. They really had nothing.
Yeah.
Oh,
and so
God.
pretty much the movie ends like we thought the movie gonna end there. Okay, here we are. They are in love with each other.
So
they're
happy.
married. They're happy. That's all they were looking for,
No.
And they get a visit by Prince, her brother, and a couple other people as well. And here she was so happy because she talked to her mother. Remember the one scene before she talked to her mother?
But see, that's the thing. She was missing her family throughout the whole time. Even when she ran away, I miss my mom, I miss my family, I miss the luxury. She was missing that too.
I think the reason being, like I was saying, when she talked to her mother, told her like, I really miss you. How's everyone else and everything. And the next scene, the brother pays a visit with couple of other people too. And I think they waited. They were waiting they wanted to see Parsha as well. And I thought maybe Prince had a change of heart. Now he's gonna be more accepting of his sister and brother-in-law, but no.
I feel like the dad sent Prince and them to kill him, as you were saying, the change of heart part, only because he lost like the election. He was supposed to be like the political leader, but he lost because of the reputation that Archie left behind.
Oh yeah.
That scene was very important. It came in like towards the beginning of that when that happened, and he was just sitting there like the shot was so still.
I think the more interesting part is in the movie itself that even at this point when they're sitting at her house, you still don't know what's exactly gonna happen, because we're still thinking he's gonna be accepting and everything, and then Pasha comes and he's like, I'm not serving them tea, and they're like, they're our guest, and he's my brother, you have to go serve them tea. And he goes serve them tea, and Archie goes start making food.
I know.
And that time the cut to the next scene, their baby comes to the house. They comes to the house, and then they're showing this baby going towards the kitchen. That's when you kind of get an idea something bad happened.
That scene
was so like hard to watch.
I don't even know what
I still
to
have
say.
the images in my head. Very like disturbing.
Horrifying.
Very
it was
disturbing.
Very horrifying.
and you see that, and you just like your mouth is open and you don't know what to say. You don't know what just happened. Like, why?
I remember when we were watching it, we looked at each other. We were like, what just happened? But
and
the way that
boom, movie ends.
The way that scene was shot, though, just with the kid walking in, and when the kid sees that kid did some really good acting.
Oh my
for
God,
a child.
yeah.
I mean,
he turned back,
and then he started crying when he
went outside. Very touching, and I'm kind of glad they didn't show the struggle. That would have been like very like horrible, very like disturbing. It was already disturbing enough to see them like that with all this like blood coming out, and they didn't do anything else. They only were in love, and they're married. They have a kid now. Like, you know, at this point in time, usually a parent usually accepts the daughter or the son.
But then, you know, this is another thing to realize is that, you know, still in parts of the world, stuff like this is not acceptable. Yeah. Expressing your love openly, being with someone that you love is not expressible. And I think this is what this director tried to show is that, like, look at the beauty of it, look at the struggle of it, and then look what happens to some people that can't be together forever, you know? And he portrayed it very well, very realistically. It wasn't like too much like a masala film where there's music all like the whole time you're watching it.
I do want to mention the music though. The music was really good in this movie, especially the background score.
Oh man.
The background score whenever Archie and Pasha meet, especially in the beginning of the movie, was like so magical.
I know.
Very magical.
Even the fights and arguments that they showed between two couples was so realistic. Like, I just felt like I was watching like two people just their regular life. Like, I just felt like that's what I was watching.
I think that's why you kind of feel like, okay, you know, some scenes were kind of very lengthy, but it has to be lengthy in order for you to feel that, okay, that's something very real. And
in order to feel it, the scenes were lengthy because there was no dialogue.
So
if there was dialogue, you can just say whatever you have to say and then you're done. But because some of the scenes did not have dialogue, I felt like that's why they were extended, so you can kind of, okay, so that's what's going on in that scene.
But that's what the movie is about. It's a very touching movie, but also want to mention two characters, the friends. I think they were like the backbone of him, who supported him through thick and thin. One scene which was hilarious, it was Parsha's friend who was handicapped, Pradeep. He likes this girl, and he's looking up to like he's checking her out and everything, and she throws she muffled up a little paper. It's like paper down. He's thinking he just got a love letter. He got so excited. He started hitting the paper like ahead. Friends don't see him. And he goes down, he picks it up, and then he see it was like a bunch of nails in there.
I know.
I think even then, like, he broke down. And even though it was funny, then all of a sudden it was very emotional. Like, he felt like, who's gonna fall in love with me?
And see, that's the thing. I think that was important also because their friends were probably like, okay, if we can't get the people that we love, at least we're gonna support our friend. Like, they got beat up like for his friends so much and everything that. And
they went through a lot.
Oh man, they went through a lot. As the actors are concerned, they acted very well. Like, I know the girl, I've seen her actually on an interview once, and she was saying that she has no like film background, nothing like that.
No one, everyone in this movie was new.
She said she was literally just walking down the street one day, and like the director was like, okay, we want this girl to be in the film, and she did not know that this film was gonna do so well, and that she would even be able to act in the film. So like seriously, kudos to them. They even like their looks and everything, it was like how regular people would look. They weren't overdone with makeup. They picked a very simple girl. They picked a very simple guy. Like, it just felt so realistic.
So overall, it was a very good movie. Thank you to everyone who recommended this movie to us. We really liked it. Do let us know what do you think about this movie. I'm sure you guys loved it. Do let us know what was your favorite part from the movie. Like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, follow social media.
And keep sending your requests, guys.
Bye guys, take care.
Bye.